Good afternoon, members of the press. We welcome you here. We appreciate the support and partnership from yourselves. And we've been having a consultative meeting here. And after that consultative meeting, we have come up with a statement for the benefit of the nation from the committee overseeing the implementation of the 10-point agenda and the NADCO report. The statement is going to be read by Dr. Agnes Zan.
Thank you very much, members of the press. Thank you for being here and thank you for your support always. I want to take you through the press statement by the committee overseeing the implementation of the 10-point agenda and the NADCO report. We've been, of course, on the national grid. You've been hearing about the work we're doing, but we want to give you our latest information about where we are. So we want to give you an insight into the meeting that we are just completing here at Manzoni Resort, Machakos County. We started on Monday. We are finishing today, 3rd of December. Let me proceed with the statement. The committee overseeing the implementation of the 10-point agenda and the NADCO report, COIN-10, held a 3-day retreat supported by the Center of Multi-Party Democracy to take stock of the progress of its mandate since its inception in August this year, update the public on progress made on its mandate, and jointly with the technical team to enhance the framework for tracking the implementation of the 10-point agenda. This is in consideration of the fact that the committee's mandate has a predetermined time frame that lapses in a couple of months before handing its final report to the principals for further consideration and approval. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, a lot has happened since the committee last met with you, key among which is the passing on of one of the two principals, the right Raila Amolo Odinga. I hereby request us to stop everything that we're doing and give him a minute to honor our great fallen hero. Can we stop everything we're doing and give our respect to the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga? May God rest the soul of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in peace. Indeed, the loss of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is a massive blow, not only to the COIN-10 committee for having lost one of its key principles, but also to the entire nation. For he was a fearless statesman who put country before self. Always. As the country still comes to terms with that loss, we in the COIN-10 stand in solidarity with Mama Aida Odinga and the larger Jaramogi Oginga Odinga family who are in mourning, following again the loss of Beryl Odinga, a younger sister to the right Raila Amolo Odinga. We join Kenyans in this difficult period, and we request that we remain comforted, knowing the entire country is family with the family. To the new party leader of the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM party, Dr. Oburu Oginga, we congratulate you for answering the call of duty to carry forward with the vision of Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. The committee is encouraged by your forthright approval and steadfast commitment to ensuring the full implementation of the 10-point agenda, having had a meeting with you to update you on the status of the committee's work. We assure you of the committee's unequivocal support. During the last 3 days retreat, the committee took time to go through the 10-point agenda in its entirety, in details, breaking down each of those 10 points in terms of understanding them, looking for indicators, looking for KPIs, key performance indicators, even for the measurement, which is where we are going to in the work. In other words, preparing already for our methodology. Of course, we know this has been a very, very important task, and we have engaged in this already. So we have thoroughly done that, and with the aim of enhancing its tracking framework and agree on deliverables to be implemented as per the agreement signed in March this year between His Excellency President William Ruto, UDA party leader, and the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga, ODM party leader. Fellow Kenyans, you are aware, this process came about as a result of the public outcry over a number of issues that they demanded to be addressed by the government. So far, the committee has held a series of engagements as per the terms of reference and the scope of their mandate. We appreciate the commitment of the party leaders and political leadership on both sides to the 10-point agenda and supporting the committee to carry out its mandate within the stipulated framework. The committee continues to actively oversee the implementation of the 10-point agenda by meeting stakeholders in socio-economic and political spheres with the aim of making the nation better for all. You might note that in each of the 10-point agenda, we're addressing critical issues that Kenyans have raised and harmonized. Another way of looking at the 10-point agenda is to look at it as the roadmap for development for our country. Already, most of this implementation is in legislative framework. We are also looking at issues of debt, issues of corruption, issues of inclusivity, issues of wastage, issues of sovereignty of the people, issues of the compensation for protesters. All these issues moving into detail to see whether the infrastructure that has been put into place has actually been able to implement, and we are coming to oversee where that process is. In other words, then we'll be able to come and advise and say, these are the missing gaps. Here is where we need to have coordination. At the end of the day, as a committee, we seek to ensure that this 10-point agenda is carried to its full implementation. So we continue to actively oversee its implementation of this agenda by meeting various stakeholders, as we have been doing, in all socio-economic and political spheres with the aim of making the nation a better place for all of us. For the past 3 days, this committee has been privileged to benefit from critical insights from experts of democracy, professors, madaktari, experts of democracy, good governance, strategic communication, and other cross-cutting thematic areas relevant in building the capacity of the COIN-10 committee as we continue to engage stakeholders in carrying out our mandate. It has been a great pleasure for us, even as we have continued to exercise into this way of being able to acquire and benefit from the knowledge of these experts. This committee will continue to partner with various stakeholders. We want to partner with as many stakeholders as is possible. We welcome these stakeholders to partner with us as this committee extensively engages with those stakeholders and members of the public in public participation and the 10-point agenda related consultation. The committee appreciates the interest of the media in the MOU and the status of its implementation. We shall continue making periodic updates on the progress of the committee to the public, either through public engagements or through the media. Signed on behalf of COIN-10 Committee by Dr. Agnazan, the chair of this committee. Thank you very much. Would you like to seek any clarification or ask any questions? Yes. We have a series of various stakeholders that we need to be able to still meet for the specific stakeholder. At the moment, what we'll be doing is meeting stakeholders in preparation for moving out now into overseeing the various 10 points, including the one that you've said. So the actual bit of the question you're asking is our engagement at the implementation stage. Right now, what we have done is put these tools together, be able to define our methodological approaches to everything, and then be able for each of the points, not just the one that you have raised, for each of the points, have a very systematic way. I'll tell you, we now have a big matrix for each of the 10 points, including the issue, how to scope that issue, in other words, how to narrow down on the various indicators, how to measure the various indicators, which sources to look at, which sources to consolidate with, which sources to give data from, and then say where the status for implementation is. So very shortly, we're going to come with actual data to you in that issue and all the other issues that are raised in the 10-point agenda. Thank you. Any other person? So thank you. We really appreciate your partnership.